Next thing that we want is we want one-to-many relation and we want to set it up. So for that, let's add a view model. Let's minimize all the migrations. We have quite a few of them. And right here in the view models, we will add a new class file. I'll call this book author view model. We'll make this class public, first things first. And then we need both the objects for book author as well as book here. So we'll do prop book author and we'll call this book author. Next we have the book object, so we'll copy this and paste it here. After this, I need an IEnumerable for book author so that we can display all of the available authors for the current book. So for that, we'll do prop here and we will have an IEnumerable of book author and we'll call this book author list. Along with that, we also want list of all the authors. So we'll have that in a select list item. And the reason we'll have this is we want all the authors in the dropdown. So we have the author list right here. If you want, you can also have a book list, but we will not need that. Then we need to use this view model inside our controller. We need to create a new controller for managing the authors. So what we'll do is after the details and delete, right here, let's add public IActionResult. Let's call this manage authors and we'll have integer ID. Now make sure you call this manage authors because if you go to the index view for book, let me go there. Right here we have a button that expects the action manage authors. So it should be spelled exactly the same. In here we are passing the ID as you can see here and we are receiving that. We will also need a post action method for manage authors, but we'll do that one thing at a time. What we want inside manage author is the book author view model. So we'll call this obj and let's populate this. So in here we want to populate the book author list. Now the list that we want is for all of the books because we want to manage author for a specific book. So let's retrieve all of the records for book authors for a particular book. So we'll have _db.bookauthors. We will be including properties with eager loading. We want to include author as well as book. So we'll eager load the author first and then we'll eager load the book so that we can navigate to all the properties. After that, we will add the where condition. So we'll say .where and we'll say u goes to u.bookid is equal to the ID that we received and we'll convert that to a list. So first thing, we have the book author list right here. After we have the book author list, then we just want to create a new book author. So we'll create a new book author and in this record we'll assign the book ID. This will be the ID of book that we are working on right here. So we can just assign that to our book author. Then in here we want to retrieve the record for the book. So we'll say _db.books. We have the first default and we'll say u goes to u.bookid is equal to ID. Now you might be thinking that hey, we will also have the book inside the book author, we have the .include. But what about the first time when you're creating any author or assigning any author for the book? That time the book author list will be empty and there won't be any book object. So that is the reason we need this book object. That looks good. We have populated our book author view model. Let's continue working on this in the next video.